So if you don't already know, Whoop is this like app and a band, and what you can do is you record these recoveries. As you can see in here, I've recorded 820 of them, which means I've been using this tool for, well, like a really long time. But what I've decided to do today is something that I've been considering doing for a really long time. And that is I am going to cancel my membership. Well, I will when I can figure out how to do it. You see, I've decided it's time to move on. So, if you don't already know what I'm talking about, it's one of these. It's called a Whoop. It's a little bit like an Oura Ring or something similar like that. There's a few of these things around, and it tracks all kinds of metrics. It tracks your sleep, it tracks your exercise, and other things. And you can log things in a journal as well, which is super, super helpful. And I've had this thing since like 2020, so that's a lot of days of logging data and this, that, and the other. If it wasn't for this, I don't think I would have been able to get fit enough to start running ultra marathons a couple of years ago. And I've learned a huge amount from it in addition to that too. For example, here's just a few things. One, who would have thought that gratitude would be something that positively impacts you physically the day after that you express gratitude for something? I would have thought that caffeine might be a negative thing, but in my case, for my body, taking caffeine or having caffeine, coffee, is good for me. It makes me recover and makes me feel better. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have realised that alcohol was having an effect on me, not one, not two, but 3 days after having even a single glass of wine. And eventually the insights that I got from wearing this led me to give up alcohol altogether a few months ago. Journaling has a really positive impact on my well-being and my health. It helps me sleep better and things like that. I also learned that having a consistent bedtime is something that makes a big difference to me. And it's been really interesting to see some of the things that don't really make a difference. Like in my case, I did a whole year of cold showers, didn't seem to make any difference on my physical recovery. But why am I giving it up? So here's the thing. Obviously these things cost money, but I think it's worth it. The things that I've learned from this have been absolutely amazing, genuinely changed my life. But there comes a point at which I started to question how much of myself am I giving over to the app telling me how I feel rather than thinking about how I feel myself. And I am genuinely grateful for everything that I've learned from this thing. And it was a little bit of a difficult decision to give it up. But now I'm feeling kind of good that I did, because the cold shower thing is really, really interesting. This can measure really, really effectively the difference that has on my health and my well-being, my physical recovery and things like that. Genuinely think it works. However, having a cold shower made me feel good. And I gave it up because my app told me that it didn't. And when I realized that I was giving over my own sense of self to essentially an enormous database, I decided it was time to make a change. So, there we go. I'm living in the real world from now on. Have a great weekend.
No, 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 no!